Hey.
Hey, good morning.
We're starting stage 2 today. We just spent one night in here.
Beautiful morning. We had a crazy night.
We look tired. Can't even talk about it. It was crazy. Okay.
All right, we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later. Right back. We're enjoying the morning right now. Well, we're stuck again. Look at these raspberries. They're unbelievably good. There's so many of them. Oh my gosh.
They're deep in there. Not we're wandering not in there, but man, there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them. We need to get a bucket. Super steep. Man. Hey.
Hi.
So coming out of Slovenian Gradec.
Slovenian Gradec. We don't know how to say
We don't know how to say stuff, but straight up.
Yeah.
I think it's 8.5 miles we're doing today, straight up.
So when you're on the Appalachian Trail and it's the gaps and the notches, so we were in a gap and now we're going to a notch.
We're going straight up.
Going up to a dome.
And from the first shelter to this one is just absolute straight up.
Oh man.
We're close, but we had to stop and take a break.
Our legs are to work out here. I'm dripping sweat.
So we wanted to tell you about our night last night.
Oh, craziness.
So we're in that hostel. I showed you in the last video our little room with 4 beds. And there were 2 people in there. They weren't in there, but their stuff was in there. And we didn't see them all day.
I said to Christy, I think this is guys because it smells like aftershave in here.
I was like, do they do a co-ed thing? I mean, in big rooms.
We don't know.
In big rooms, they do, but do they do that in? Oh well, no big deal. I mean, when you're in shelters and hostels when you have like 20 beds, it's co-ed.
Trying to do an economy.
Anyway, no big deal.
As well.
So anyway, we don't see them for a long time. We're in the community room for a long time. Doing stuff and walking around town, got groceries.
Went to the grocery store.
So in the evening, we said, hey, let's go for a walk. And, no, we were going to go watch a basketball game. We met the Slovene girls' national basketball team.
The hostel that we're staying at is completely full of high school girls and their accompanying people because there's a basketball tournament.
Yeah.
All the different nationals like... Hungary and
Israel and
all these different countries.
So they were playing Ukraine, and we talked to them for a long time. They were just so sweet. All of them were just great, and they said we just play right over there. It was like a 10-minute walk. So we said we'll come and watch. So we wanted to support them, and Ukraine girls too.
Yeah.
So anyway, we went over and watched part of the game, and so before we did that, we were going into the room to set our stuff in there. We had lockers, and as we were going in there, I said, I wonder if our roommates and Annette opened the door right when I said that. there's this guy standing there.
And just his underwear.
Just his underwear. And he was totally...
he looks at us and we look at him.
We were all three stunned. We just went... And we just stood there for a minute. And then I was like, okay, well, hi. He didn't speak English, but he's like, yeah, hi. So anyway, we put our stuff up. I'm thinking, okay, I guess this is normal. So we put our stuff up and we left. And we got tickled. We were laughing so hard. Okay, so then we go to the game.
We hang out in this other room, this community room they have.
Mm-hmm. We come back and he's in bed, but he's kind of awake. We talk a little bit. He doesn't speak English, but he's from Kosovo.
He can understand some English.
He could understand, and he's sweet. I mean, it's fine. It was just great.
He's from Kosovo.
Yeah, our age. So anyway, he said there was another guy coming in there, so we just go to sleep. And this, I don't know, maybe midnight. Another guy comes in, kind of loud, lights on, kind of wake up.
Kind of really loud.
Yeah, but it's okay. You just expect some of that. So then he does this thing. I'm just kind of laying over there on the bed.
And I'm up on the top bunk because that was what was left. And I was exhausted. So I fell asleep with all this going on.
And I could hear her up there with the soft snore kind of breathing. So I knew she was asleep. Well, the guy turns off the light and he sits on his bed over there and he's right in front of me. His bed is right like that. And I hear him open a bottle of something. So he's got a hard liquor.
Like a fifth of vodka or something.
And he takes a drink. And I think, well, he's, maybe he just helps him sleep or something. Well, he sits there for at least 45 minutes drinking and lights up a smoke. And I went, oh, boy. So he's smoking in there. And I thought, wow, it's a little space. I thought, I'm not saying anything because here he is drinking. And I thought, you just start feeling... He was fine. They didn't do anything. He didn't do anything to make us feel uncomfortable. But except when he started drinking and he was just guzzling that thing down. And I thought, man, how is this guy going to live?
At some point, I wake up and I say, and I'm like on the top bunk and it's like the smoke level, right? So I said, are you smoking in here? And he's like, yes.
This guy couldn't really speak and understand.
I said, could you not? Okay. And he puts the cigarette out.
He's totally fine. But I'm down there going, because I'm not going to trigger anything because this guy, when somebody's drinking like that, I just feel like it's just unpredictable at this point. Anything could happen. Anybody could get triggered.
So then he starts drinking more. He's going to finish, I guess, this whole thing. And this is the weird part. This was unbelievable. Mm-hmm. So he
lays down on the bed.
He lies down on the bed and it's like he starts having like seizures where it's like literally like when you see those what are those exorcist movies where bodies are jumping up in the air, and like
it's first he started talking to himself and he's just talking out loud. He's talking and he just keeps talking and talking and I start thinking, man, this is not, I don't feel safe in here. I just feel like this guy under the influence, like that kind of thing. I just don't know what's going on. I don't feel right. And but I didn't want to move either. I didn't want to trigger anything. I just kind of wanted to lay low, but I thought I got to make an escape plan, but I'm going to work this thing.
This is a very small room.
So this guy is like jerking like his body all over the place.
Unbelievable.
So I reach my hand up, and it's on the top bed next to the wall. I reach my hand up there and I tap. I just go, I tap on the bed. And Annette, and I put my hand up there and she squeezes my hand for a minute like I hear you. And so then we just started kind of getting ready and I slowly moved. I could hear Annette unplugging her phone. I get my shoes on. He's just totally convulsing over there. I thought I want to be quiet and it's hard to be quiet, but I get my bag. I get all of my stuff together. Annette comes down the ladder. She gets all her stuff. And we grab our blankets and we go and sleep in the community room.
Right. And part of it is that we didn't feel safe because
it was not safe.
When somebody is that far gone, you don't know what they're going to do. It was like nothing. It wasn't a light case of, I drank a little bit.
And it made me sad for him.
Yeah, me too.
And and then I just felt it was so disturbing.
And the other guy sleeping through all of this, just snoring through all of this.
Anyway, it didn't feel safe. And you kind of have to make a plan. And, being women, I mean, you kind of are on alert anyway. But it was just kind of like, okay, putting this much alcohol into the situation is really not safe. And they were past it. We in the morning, we got up, had breakfast, we had our own food there. And and packed up. We just slept in that little room, and we just threw our blankets back in that room, and they were knocked out. They didn't even know we were up at 5:30. But anyway, it was an adventure. That was interesting.
Crazy.
But you do have to. I'm scanning. I have a gut feeling. I listen to my gut all the time, and I'm scanning the situation. I was fine with the guys. They were fine. I didn't pick up on anything from them until that alcohol got to that point. I thought, ooh, I don't feel right. And so you kind of have to listen to that and just kind of make a plan.
I wish we could describe it to you. It was like nothing I've ever... I
mean, the noises he made.
Like, it just went on and on. He's just like convulsing all over the
I think
bed.
he had so much alcohol, it was impacting his brain.
Oh, man, it was scary.
Man, I tell you. Anyway, all right, we'll get off of here.
Okay.
Well, we'll take you to the next hut. We're almost there. Okay. We're eating lunch next to a 500-year-old church. Look at that beauty. You get to go inside and check it out and everything. It's awesome.
It's very beautiful up here.
Amazing, this beauty. Love it. Sweetest people ever. We just met this young couple. Kids are playing. And the kids said, you're the first Americans I've ever met.
Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Sweet. And they were so sweet.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
This is our lunch that the woman just brought us, and I'm telling you, it's delicious. And look at this bag of bread. Amazing.
North starts with a J.
So right here, you guys, is a beehive. And we just talked to the young guy that does all these bees. He has 150 different hive things like this scattered around. 80,000 bees in each one of these.
If you look from the front, there's a map of Slovenia, and he has it marked out where he has his different beehives.
I can't really see it too well, but it's so cool.
Yeah.
This right here was an awesome stay. met amazing people, good food, and we're heading out.
Oh, whoa. Heading out, yes.
You see our sign on that brick there? It's a little warning that the road is eroding away here.
There we go, perfect.
Stop!
Here's our room for the night. Annette is there and I'm over there. Oh my gosh.
Hey.
So we're at this hut. It's wonderful. They're wonderful. And we're planning. We have our map out, guys. So we've hit the flood area.
Oh, bad. We've hit it bad.
And it's really hard. This is where the language barrier really kind of comes in because you're trying to understand everything, and we're doing pretty good at understanding of it. But some of it, you just can't really tell exactly where we're headed, what is exactly impacted.
Because, okay, so now the floods were over a week ago, the event. And so the worst place is what we're heading into. And so they don't update, they haven't updated, so you can't tell. So you get little tidbits of information.
And I found an updated thing, and it was in the Slovene language. But it's okay, we're figuring it out. The people here are helping us. So right now, we're going to go forward. There's a couple of huts we're going to go to, and we're going to hike as far as we can. And then if we can't go further, if something stops us for whatever reason, we'll turn around and come back. We have this hut.
We're using the we'll just turn around option.
Yeah. So if we can go and see these next few huts, they're not open, so we can't get food. So the people here made us food. They made us sandwiches.
But you could go there. We could camp
or whatever
on the porch, whatever.
So we're going to just go until we hit a roadblock, and then we're going to turn around and come back here.
Now we canceled our one room that we had in a town that's ahead of us because there's no way we could predict how long it's going to take us. So we canceled that. So now we have
we have 8 days before we start stage 4, and we still have 2 days of stage 2 and stage 3. So we can do whatever we want right now and still be up to date and up in the right place by the start of stage 4. That's just as far as reservations. And really, we don't absolutely have to be anywhere. We would like to keep at the very end of August. Near Lake Bled, we have a 3-day place right before the national park, and we're hoping by then everything is open and we could do that. So we're flexible. We're really flexible.
Staying flexible because If you don't, if you just start being like, oh man, our trip is screwed and we're screwed and everything's screwed.
You guys, it's an adventure.
You just get upset. So why do that? So we're just...
And we're coming into the most beautiful part of
going,
Slovenia.
we're going ahead. I can see the Alps out that window.
And it was so beautiful. But anyway, it's an adventure. It's fun. But we have time. So if we have to do out and backs, we know this hut is here with food. If we have to go out and then come back, we have options. And then there is a road that we could take way down and catch a bus around some of this. So there's options right here. But we're going to go forward and see as much as we can until we hit a block. And we have enough food to do that. So we'll let you guys know. We'll tell you what's going on.
Okay.
We might keep going forward. The trail has been great. It's the biggest impact are the roads that go into these little towns are right where the impact
and
is.
The trail, there was damage in that last section, and there was some blowdown, but not across
covering
the trail. The blowdown wasn't across the trail. The trees are here very polite. They all blew.
The path has been great. It's it's been great so far, but we'll see. We might get up here and it's not. So anyway, all right.
Our plan is to just totally be flexible, be willing to walk. If we walk 20K out and we have to walk 20K back,
we have time.
So be it.
We're flexible. All right. Actually, we have 3 months.
Yeah.
We might just be in Slovenia for 3 months.
Right.
Okay. Check in later.
Okay.
Perfect. So this is a cute little hut. It's closed, but it has water, has a place to sit. It's beautiful. Look at this little table and chairs. Cute. Got the cows wandering around out there. The people at the last hut made us a sandwich to take with us. Really delicious. And a dessert, a blueberry strudel. Water source here, but it says kind of drink at your own risk. Some of the water sources are a little bit contaminated from the floods, so we are just filtering. We brought our filter in our CNOC bag, so we're just filtering water.
Because it's easy.
It's easy. Here's their view, just beautiful. Here's the hut. Hey, hey!
Hi.
We made it all the way to this
Kokonaloki.
Kochanaloki. I can never say it. But anyway, trail was fine, no problem.
The trail is great. I mean, it's beautiful.
Perfect. I think here that the hut's closed because the road is washed out way down below. But for them to get up here, but for us hiking, it was just perfect.
Yeah.
We're going to we took us 6 hours to get here. We're going to do another hour and a half up to this next hut and get close to town. I think we're going to try to go in and see if we can get some food at the town tomorrow and then just head out and not stay there. So, and if not, then we'll have to make a plan to walk down the road like 3 hours and try to get to this other town. So we'll figure, we have options. So we're just going to keep going. So anyway, all right,
Okay.
here we go.
We hope it works.
Wow. This is fabulous. Here's our camp for the night. It's the first time we're using our tent. We made it to this other shelter and there was a woman there, but it's closed. But she did make us a sandwich and give us some apples. That was really nice. So anyway, it's late. We're tired. We're gonna go to bed. What a day. Well,